Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is Tuesday, my friends. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the beginning of the week. We're going to get into some more fun stuff moving forward. And I've got a little homework I'm going to ask you guys to do all week because I want to do like a small mini series. I kind of want to pop off next week with 2 videos a day. And what I want to discuss is I want to discuss cards that aren't currently in Speed Duel, and whether or not the card could, should, or should never be allowed. So, as long as the card isn't currently in Speed Duel, and you guys put it down in the comment section, I'm going to try to do that too as like a little thing, and maybe Konami will take a peek at that type of concept and decide on certain things, like, Raigeki does not belong in Speed Duels because it's way too powerful, right? Like, maybe they could give us a skill card with the effect of Pot of Greed. Something like that. Either way, I'm asking you at the beginning of the video just because like not everybody watches all the way through. And I kind of want you guys to do it. Now, that said, today and tomorrow, I'm going to be going over my Tribe Shocking Virus builds. Today's is going to be the one that actually follows the ban list. Tomorrow, not so much. Can't wait to see the comments. But let's start with the skill card, right? So, as long as you're playing competitively, I felt like we needed to play with a Bandit Keith skill card. This is one that you flip over when you activate. It is good old switcheroo. You activate this during the main phase. Once per turn, you may shuffle a card from the hand back to the deck to draw one, and then flip this back over, and you may use this up to twice per duel. And again, nothing against anything. You guys can use any skill card you want, but it's really all about getting like that one last shot. It's like a partial reload. And that's kind of what makes it fun. So moving into the deck, we are going to be playing 3 copies of my Tribe Shocking Virus. And one of the viewers actually asked about this. It was a brilliant question. They said, if I play this in a DD deck, can I get rid of all warriors and or machines? And the answer is yes, because of the way that this operates. So unlike the Tribe Infecting Virus, which requires a discard, the Tribe Shocking Virus says once per turn you can banish a monster from the hand. So again, there is no negative interaction with the Defisher or the Macrocosmos, which is great. When you do that, destroy all face-up monsters on the field that share a type with that monster. So again, today's deck is sort of tech built around using this effect and using this effect to go after what I feel, or at least what I've seen locally, are going to be the most dominant typings in the game. Now, something else that was mentioned to me when we went over this as a potential deck master and also a spotlight is the use in the side deck. Yes, honestly, probably better in the side deck, especially if you know, like you're going into like a mirrored match or something. It could work out perfectly. So definitely keep that in mind as well. Tons of smart duelists out there always helping us grow and helping us get further. And just big thanks to everybody who's mentioned any of that stuff. Next up, we do got to deal with warriors, right? Because again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tends to be warriors and spellcasters with some dragons on top. Right now, it does seem to be warriors, machines, and some fiends. So real quick, 3 copies, Amazonas Swordswoman. And again, it's just a good tech warrior. If you guys feel like you'd rather play something else, go for it. My unlimited power, no ban list variant of the deck will, of course, run something separate. But right now, we're using this one, and it works great too. So when the your opponent will take any battle damage that you would have taken from any battle involving this card. So this is almost going to be like a game scenario situation just on its own. Next up, we want some more power because this deck is still a deck, and then we also need to take care of machines. So we're going to be playing a playset of the limited to 3 of Cyber Dragons. And again, this is going to take out all of my 3 of zones. So the rest of this deck has to be built pretty well. But we can go ahead, we can use the Tribe Shocker, we can banish one, or we can go ahead, we can summon up, and then add to our front row of monsters, and actually lead in with the Cyber Dragon as like the start to synergy. So again, really cool. And then again, fiends, and the reason I'm saying fiends right now is because not just like fiends in general, but like evil heroes are doing really well. So I dropped in a couple Night Assailants because I noticed I didn't really have like a set it and forget it, and I do love to set things. And so when we do this, it's going to be a man-eater bug. Flip, target a monster, the opponent controls, destroy target. This would be sent from hand to grave, and again, this would be pretty okay with something like Tribe Infecting Virus. Then you would target a flip monster in the graveyard, accept this card, and then return that target to the hand. At which point, having two of them is like infinite discards, I think. Or we would have added in something like Magician of Faith to go ahead and recycle spells and also be our elective for the spellcasters. Now, moving into spells, we do need some back row hate. So I'm going to be playing one copy of Galactic Cyclone and one copy of Nightbeam. They both target face down. Nightbeam can't respond. However, Galaxy Cyclone can in fact be banished from the graveyard on a separate turn than the turn it was sent to the discard pile in order to target and destroy a face-up spell trap. Moving further in, we are going to run our one Hammer Shot, because again, it is so easy to lead Hammer Shot, then start summoning your cards. And again, your opponent has two monsters, maybe they did something. You could still bop one, go into a Cyber Dragon, summon up something else, and just continue your synergy. So those plays are still very, very valid for you. 3 copies of Shrink, because we do need something to disrupt the opponent's monsters. Again, Swordswoman is 15 and Tribe is like, what was it, 16? 17. 17, a whopping 17. So that's actually not that bad. Shrink helps them keep themselves on the field and be relevant for longer. Going into traps, 2 copies Lost Wind. Again, GX era, a lot of special summoning. This helps rid us of opponent's effects while having the monsters. We do get the reuse when they summon from the extra deck. And then 1 copy Zoma, because I didn't have any other one-ups that I really wanted to play. Like, we could have made it 2 Amazon Swordswoman and then played like 1 Reinforcement of the Army. Or I could have just went triple there and got Zoma and had the extra back row. And then had 4 cards that are going to deal damage to my opponent based on them losing the fight. So again, kind of cool. Definitely worth playing. This is the 20 cards with the skill. If you guys give us a second, maybe take the screenshot or the notes with the pause, we'll be back with the extra and side decks. So, un momento, por favor. Leading off the extra deck, since it is my normal generic good stuff build, it will be Blue as Ultimate, strongest card. Cyberblader, one of the more technical cards. End, the strongest with piercing. DN Dragoon, because again, he's just a boss on his own. Oja King, because we can lock out the opponent's field. And TIs for stunning, being literally one of the most technical plays that you can have. Going into the side deck, again, we don't have any access to 1-ofs or 3-ofs anymore. The 2-ofs don't really help this deck that much. So we went with an extra Galaxy and Nightbeam. And the reason here is maybe you're seeing that you don't want your opponent to respond because maybe the Galaxy Cyclone didn't do its job so well. So you're going to go ahead and tech it out for the Nightbeam, and you're going to go double Nightbeams game 2 and 3. Or, again, maybe they're playing some field spells and stuff. So you tech out the Nightbeam to go double Galaxy so that you still hit the initial down card, and then later on get the rejuvenation play using it a second time. Additionally, going into game 2, you should be very familiar with what your opponent is playing. Mind Crush is going to do excellent things for you. Single copy Waking the Dragon that allows you to play the extra deck. And I'm noticing, because I keep getting asked this, how are you making any of these fusions? And it's good because I used to explain this every video and then I stopped explaining it. So let me go back to doing that. If this set card in its owner's control has left the field because it has either been destroyed and is in the graveyard or banished by an opponent's card effect, you may special summon a monster from your deck or extra deck, which is why we choose these characters in specific, because unlike elemental hero cards and a bunch of other fusions, these do not need to be fusion summoned. So while we can special summon them to the field, we can't resurrect them through anything else. And I think like one of the biggest resurrection things that you might use would be like Living Fossil. But again, not that big of a deal right now. But Waking the Dragon is how we go ahead and special summon these. It is to try to get our opponent to attack our back row. It is just a little tech card. Look, if there's something in here that you don't want to play because you want to double this up like I used to all the time, go for it. Last card I'm choosing is Windstorm of Itaqua. And again, it's just like every now and again, Cloudians are still a thing. But I do find it better than playing something like Wabaku. Personally. Only because Wabaku doesn't allow us to weaken the opponent's monsters at all. Whereas Windstorm of Itaqua, a lot of monsters have a weaker defense than they do offense. And so by swapping them and kicking them into defense mode, it just really does make the opponent's plays weaker. So it does allow us to turn around the next turn and go at them. That is it. This is the deck. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing this with no restrictions. So time for the following things. I hope that you guys all enjoyed this. If you have, here comes the begging part of the video. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. Also, maybe you want to help us buy some sleeves. I'll leave the Buy Me a Coffee link down below. Again, don't do it if you don't have it in the budget. But most importantly, guys, and this is the favor besides the homework at the beginning of the video, this is the one I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go out. I want you guys to enjoy your day. And I just want you guys to give yourself a shot at being happy right now. Okay, so go find something that you enjoy. And it may be just watching more of my videos. It may be watching somebody else's videos. It might be going and playing Skyrim. I don't know. I don't care. Go do the thing. Get that smile on your face. And I hope to see you guys again next time, all right? See you later, my friends. Peace.